Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I've gotten a lot of requests for beginner moves and choreography recently, so that is what we're doing today. We are doing a very simple but I think beautiful choreography with a lot of beginner easy moves and ways to spice them up and make them look a little bit more interesting. If you saw my last video, these moves will look very familiar because I went into each separate move and broke them down, talked about how to do them, and gave you some tips for them. So today we're focusing more on putting them together in one choreography and how to do transitions and how to make it all look like a nice, clean, beautiful flow. If you haven't seen the last video with each individual move, it is linked at the top of your screen right now and is also linked in the description of this video. And while you're looking up that other video, please take a minute to subscribe to my channel. I have lots and lots of other aerial videos with new ones coming out every week. I have tutorials like this one and videos about wider aerial subjects, plus performance videos. Also, it helps me out a lot when you guys subscribe and like my videos, so please take a minute to do that. Let's get started with this choreography. Like I said, I'm not going to break down any of the moves too much. I'm going to focus more on how to link them together and make them look beautiful as a single sequence. As usual, we'll start seated in the hoop, then take one leg out the back, put your opposite shoulder in front of the hoop, and come into your cradle. This is a great opportunity to do some beautiful arms or to change your legs around. I'm doing a stag position with my legs and then bringing both my knees together. You can also hook your elbow. Anytime you have your arms free like this is a great moment to play around with different shapes in any choreography. And here's our first transition. My arms are free, so I'm going to use them to reach up and take the top bar of the hoop about shoulder width apart. I slide my shoulder out towards the back, and this is a great place for a dramatic hair flip if you want. I have one leg on the bottom of the hoop and the other leg free, so it's easy to add in a little extra split position here. Then I pull with my arms, I slide the bottom of the hoop up my leg, and I come into my Arabesque position. This is the Arabesque with hooked elbows on the top. Remember that the hoop is on the back of your thigh, not directly in your crotch, because that would be super painful. And now transition number 2, I retake the top of the hoop with my hands. Again, great time for a hair flip. Then I put my free foot on the bottom center of the hoop and use it to push the hoop away from me into this push away split moment. Once I'm there, I can use my free leg to cross over, to do some different shapes. This is a great place to play as well. Transition number 3, I put both legs through the center of the hoop, coming into a seated position, but I leave my hands basically where they already were on the top. Then all I have to do is take one hand off, lean backwards and away from the hoop, rolling over the outside of my thigh, bringing my hips to face the ground, and I'm in my mermaid. Again, great time to wave your arm around, take your leg off and bring it into a passe if you want. Make sure to add in as many big sweeping movements as you can. Big movements of your arms and your legs make things look much more professional and intentional. And when you're ready, bring that leg back through the center of the hoop and arch up, remembering to leave your head until the last as you come back to a seated position. As you come into that seated position, you are already turned to the side. All you have to do is turn yourself slightly more so you're facing directly side, then bring up one leg and the other and come into a man in the moon, and you have done transition number 4. And your final little half transition is to transition from a standard man in the moon with your feet on the side of the hoop to this cross-legged man in the moon with your legs crossed through the center of the hoop and the top of the hoop between your ankles. From there, just slide your legs down to the bottom and you're finished. You've done the whole thing. This is a nice little bit of choreography. It's about a minute long, and I think that it's got some really nice shapes in it. Here is the whole thing in real time so you can review all those transitions. Remember that transitions are as important as any other move you do. The transitions are so crucial to making your choreography look beautiful, flowing, and like a dance in the air. This is a simple little choreography. It would be great with like a flowy, sort of chill song. I think it's got a lot of beautiful positions. Even though they're more simple, they are unique, and I'm using a lot of them to play around with different interesting shapes. If you liked learning this little choreography, I do have other choreographies on my channel. You can check them out. I have some more intermediate ones if you're ready to step it up a notch. And I've got lots more tutorials, including individual tutorials for all of these moves, as well as many more. So make sure you don't forget to check all of those out and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.